some of you may not know this, but this channel actually started out about 6 years ago, and it was nothing to do with motorcycles. I thought it would be cool at 20,000 to do an everyday carry update, kind of talk about some of my favorite gear and stuff that I still use over the years, and because that's where this all started. So I figured that would be pretty neat for you guys to see. It's been a long time since I did an everyday carry update. So here we go, my 2023 EDC. I'll start out with just the basic stuff. Now, the one thing I don't have is my Travex wallet. I actually left my wallet at work, so I don't have that. But I'll start out with the simplest thing that everyone has, which is a set of car keys or keys. My motorcycle keys are always separate from my actual keys, but these are pretty simple. I keep a rovyvon flashlight on here, and this thing's 500 lumens, probably dead, of course. Yeah, it's dead. But a couple of key fobs, one's for my bike tracker, the other one's to get in like the apartment here and different, like the mail room. And yeah, so that's it. Locker keys and stuff like that. And that's really it. Like keys, my phone is an iPhone 13, or I'm sorry, 14 or 15. I don't even know. One of those phones. And so pretty basic. And everybody has those things, right? Wallet, keys, phone. And then from there, we get a little bit deeper, right? So one of my favorite knives to carry, and I've had this knife for a pretty long time. A lot of you know I reviewed a lot of knives on the channel over the years. This has been one of my favorites. This is a Brunley. It's called a Boker. And what's cool about this knife is it's basically a flip version of a Japanese knife that they would give soldiers and to the soldiers' wives. So it was designed like this so they could actually kill themselves in case of the enemy got into their castle or whatever. So that's why that knife is designed like this. It's got brass scales. It's VG10 steel. It's a really nice action. It is just a really, really nice heavy knife. And it just stays sharp. It's razor sharp all the time. And it fits well in the pocket. It's thin. It's not light, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And this Brunley Boker, I forget the Boker Plus. It's just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And when I'm not carrying that one, my other go-to street knife that I like to carry is my Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Well, you can get it this way. So, Spyderco Paramilitary 2, great knife. This thing needs to be cleaned, obviously. I don't carry it hardly ever, but this is a really good knife, and it's one of my favorites. So, these are my two, pretty much go-to knives. And then on my work pants, and I'm going to show you guys these because there's a discount available for everything from 1620 workwear. If you use my discount code HCRD10, you can get 10% off. And that's at 1620 workwear. And they make the best work pants available. Honestly, these things are they're just so good. I have a video on them. But on here is my Nyx belt from Nyx Boots. I wear a pair of Nyx Boots, and this is their belt. And their belt is really nice. It's pretty expensive, but it's really thick, high-grade leather. It'll last you forever. You never have to buy another belt if you buy a Nyx belt. And then on it is this is from Stweech Leather Works, and I've had this for years. He made this for me way back when I started my channel. We still follow each other on Instagram and whatnot, but I've had this for years and years and years, and it's just held up. It's very high quality leather. I never put the button he sent back out to me, but custom red stitching around, just a beautiful, beautiful little piece here. There used to be a 12 gauge shotgun. And then on this here is my Olight. This is the Baton 3 in orange, and this is for work. So I wear this every day to work. Inside here is my Leatherman multi-tool, and this guy is the Leatherman P3. So it's the new newest Leatherman that I know of. They might have some new stuff out now. And then on this side, for my knife for work that I like to carry instead of a pocket knife, I carry this Milwaukee. It's like a couple tools in one here, and I really like this. It's cheap. It's got, you know, the razor. It's got seatbelt cutter. I mean, screwdriver. You flip it over this side. It's got a Phillips, so it does different kind of things. You could pry with it. You know, when I'm at work, and you guys know I pretty much chase robots around Tesla all day. I don't really need a screwdriver a lot, but this does come in handy quite often. I just don't want to carry a full size like 2-in-1, and I don't like carrying a lot of tools. So it's very select type of things you carry at work. But anyways, sometimes I'm going to throw this in here because it's one of my favorite lights. But this is a big boy Olight. This is the Seeker 2, and I'll bring this bad boy out when I'm walking the dog sometimes. And it goes in the sheath, and you know, that's a light that's always next to my bed. So I just figured I'd show you this one because it's actually a really good flashlight, and I've had it for many, many years, and it's still kicking. Firearm, since I'll show you guys, this is a cool part. I still carry the Glock 43 9mm. Let me clear it for all you safety nuts out there, and you know, I get it. So yeah, this is just a Glock 43 9mm with a stipple grip, double undercut, OC Customs trigger, True Glow TFX night sights, a ghost connector, and a polished trigger bar, stipple grip. Yeah, bunch of different stuff. Terran Tactical +1. This is a really good carry gun. I carry it every single day pretty much. I got some 145 grain hollow points in there right now. Yeah, so I just keep this in a Blade Tech holster. I got a bunch of different holsters, but this is the one that I can just comfortably, just, you know, lightweight, boom, thin. I don't really carry an extra mag a ton. If I am going to, it's either going to be a +1 from Terran or just a regular factory 6-round magazine for the 43 with a Neo Mag pocket holster clip, and it's just a magnetic pocket clip. Looks like just a pocket knife in your pocket, but it's an extra mag. So that's really good. Turns into a Glock 19 essentially, except for the reload. You know, this is like one of my favorite things. I always like to show this because this is something new I carry a lot. Sometimes I just keep it in my back pocket, honestly, or like in my little backpack or whatever I'm carrying. But this is actually a hat. It works out really good for motorcycles. And look, it's a hat, right? And it just folds up into like this little pocket-sized deal. So the watch is a Seiko SNK 808 modified with a polished bezel. I polished the bezel, and I also added a NATO strap to it from Wrist Candy Watch Club. And yeah, this is one of my favorite watches. That's why it's on there. It's got the James Bond NATO. I love it. Absolutely love the look of this watch. It's sick. This is a classic watch. It never gets old. Highly, highly recommend it for if you just want a really good automatic watch, and it's just really good. This thing is from Alpaka, and it's just like a little waist bag, but like crossbody bag, but it goes like this. Carry this a lot at work. You know, my wallet will go in here, except for today. I left it in my other bag. And I just usually keep my AirPods in here, keys, just different stuff like that I'll have in here. Maybe some Excedrin or Tylenol, a couple markers, pens, maybe an extra knife, or maybe a tool or two or something. Like, you know, it just depends. I use this for all different types of things, but this is the Alpaka little bag in high-vis orange. Pretty sick. I actually really like this thing. And you know, I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite backpacks, and this one, for me, is like probably the greatest backpack I own, and this is from Recycled Firefighter. Like, if you just want simple carry things, right, but small and thin, this Recycled Firefighter 12-hour battalion, I think it's called, backpack is perfect. Like, it unzips in a full clamshell design. You can roll up some a good amount of stuff here. You know, a couple, you know, maybe a night's worth of clothes and some shoes or whatever. It just you know, a nice water bottle. It just really works for a day bag, like perfectly. For those longer 3-day trips, man, this thing has been my go-to backpack for just about all 6 years. Well, since it came out. This is the newest. Well, not the newest, but at the time it was the newest. And this is a Vanquest Trident 31. And this is a big boy backpack. This thing is no joke. It's pretty expensive. And I've had it for a really long time. And it just has compartments and organization out the wazoo. It's got an armored pack in here. I mean, this thing you could do a lot of damage with when packed right. You know, like these types of bags that I would always have, like the backpack and the trauma kits. Like this is just a basic trauma kit. I would throw this in one of my bags on a longer motorcycle trip. This will have, you know, lots of gauze, tourniquets. Believe it or not, you do need tourniquets in motorcycle accidents. Sometimes people lose limbs, and you could have a tourniquet. Could save someone's life if somebody loses their limb in a motorcycle accident. So this is a real good one. This one has a compression needle in there for a tension pneumothorax. So you can use that if you know how to use it. If you don't, wait for somebody that does know how to use it, because you're basically going to stick a 4-gauge needle in somebody's heart if you do it wrong. So anyways, that's this one. This is why this one's red. This is a little bit more traumatic. This is just a little bit more basic. It also has a doctor's light, which is dead, of course. I need to keep up with all my lights. It's tough, you know, like EDC stuff. If you don't constantly keep up with it and rotate batteries and things, stuff dies or whatever. So I'll check those out. Every year I like to go around and check my tourniquets. Like that tourniquet's probably out of date, so I'll check the back because I date them all and when they get expired. But yeah, guys, that's my updated EDC, and it's really exciting. We're gonna be hitting 20,000 subscribers, and I want to get back to like these types of videos. That's why I have the new ring light. I'm waiting for some other new stuff to come in. So putting some money into the channel to get that going. I'm going to be without the motorcycle for quite some time when it's going into the shop here at the end of the month to get some work done. And then, so I don't know, you know, and then outside of that, we'll see. I got a lot of things going on, you know, so just thank you guys all for the support with Raven Moto and 1620 and Monty Moto. And we got some other deals I'm working on, companies that I've reached out to recently. Now that the channel's at a level, my TikTok's blowing up, my Instagram's blowing up, and it's really been a blessing, but it is kind of hard to at the same time to read the comments, and then also like, you know, people like to judge you from your videos, and it's like, you know, you're doing these things on your bike, that must be how you are, and it's just like, I don't know if people, I don't know, it's just like kind of a superhero kind of mask I put on for myself when I get on the bike and do motorcycle content. And you know, it's just a part of life that I get away. It's an escape, and I use it to help you guys too. But yeah, there's a lot more to me. Like my life has so many layers, and you guys explored them all with me. I mean, we've been through a lot with this channel, you know. Lots of trials and tribulations, lots of different growing pains with the channel, lots of different videos, and it's, you know, when you look back, and when I look back, and I'm like, man, I'm looking at my bookshelf, I used to actually do book reviews. Like, I used to tell you guys, this is my summer reading list. I used to do, and I want to go back to that, you know, and it's exciting. That's exciting to me to want to still revisit those videos, because like, we all love motorcycles, and we all love beautiful motorcycles, but it's just not feasible to make those videos every day. And don't get me wrong, it ain't going nowhere. Like motorcycle gear reviews and all that stuff, there's layers and layers. But for me personally, my life is just, I explore so many different things, and just to bring you guys along for that ride, like I have been. It's cool. It's cool. It's been fun. Storm's here hanging out. Hi, baby doggin'. We got some other stuff going on and brewing here for the month of August. So stay tuned to the channel, guys. Thank you for subscribing and everything. If you, you know, you can become a member now of the channel. I also wanted to mention that. Of course, I forgot, but better late than never. But before we wrap this up, I'll let you guys know about the member deal. You can become a member to the channel. You'll get early access to all the videos. A lot of times you've been probably seeing the last couple videos, I've been playing with the features to where I put out the video and only members can watch it. There will be videos in the future that I won't be changing over. It'll be just members only. It's going to be a select amount of videos because I'm trying to bring people into Patreon. But, you know, honestly, if people are just going to do memberships here on YouTube, which would be fine, you guys can sign up, donate however much you want. I don't even care. It would be great. It's all down there in the description and everything. There's do whatever you want. That's great. Support the channel. Or shop at Raven Moto or any of these links below. I get a discount, or you get the discount. I get a commission from when you use my code with Raven Moto and 1620. So I appreciate that. But if you want to become a member, that information's down there, and in the future you will get access to like certain videos that no one else will, and that could be, you know, pretty cool later on in the future when the channel gets bigger. You know, there's going to be a select amount of people in there and whatnot. So, but it'd be cool to see like me be able to reward you guys with some kind of reward system for being a member. So especially for you guys that's been around this whole time, like I know some of you have been around since like day one, and you know, like, man, that's crazy to be dedicated to someone's life for that long. I can't even dedicate to someone's life that long, you know, like on the internet especially. So it's really like at this point now, my channel, I'm really starting to see and open my eyes. If I've always like thought that the channel was gonna get big, but now that it is, and I'm getting like massive amounts of comments and stuff, and it's different. It affects you different. You got to really be on your toes in what you say and do and how you present yourself. So probably some things gonna change. Probably gonna get a little bit more serious with everything now, and so that's all. That's what I got for you guys. I don't want to give out too much. Just wanted to kind of make this EDC video for you guys. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tuning along for the journey. We'll see you in the next time, right? We'll see you in the next one. Right, Mama? I tried to do that one take. Didn't work. Right, Mama? She don't say much. She's a dog. I'll see you guys later.